What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Coach Call. Mr. 58 is the new 28. And your boy just finished a few rounds on the bag. That's my in-house bag. So I put a little work in. I'm glad y'all up here. Man, I'm glad y'all up here. It don't matter what you say about me. All of y'all like Slushy. See me in the ring, baby. That's all I got to say. See me in the ring. Trash talking is cheap. Pastor Tim Brook, 1331. Glad you up here, man. Glad you up here. Salute to you, Coach. MD3. All right. SOG, truth be told. The snap is good, but try to thrust. Can't thrust inside the house, player. This bag gonna get knocked over. That's why I snap it. Everything is about snapping. You got a bag, you got a bigger bag outside. It's raining outside today, so I ain't going outside. But the whole thing is, I just came back from a 4-mile run in the rain, came home, changed my shirt, changed my shoes, and then got on the light bag. As you can see, that's the light bag. That bag ain't made for what you talking about. That's the light bag. That bag get knocked over. You watch other videos, I knocked it over. So you gotta be careful what you ask for inside the house. It's an in-the-house bag. I got a bag that hangs out on the stand with 300 pounds surrounding the stand. I'll bust that bag up. But this ain't that bag. So, in the house, you got to do a different routine. You know what I'm saying? So, just in case you ain't know that, now you know. But I appreciate y'all being up here. Make sure y'all please sign up for my channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification icon so I can be notified every time I drop a new video and we can get on live just like this right here. Awake, oh sleeper, 25. Oh yeah, I got some snow on my face. It's called wisdom. It's something I have all the time. Most time I cut it off. Hey look, this time I'm trying to rock with it for a minute. I don't know why, but every now and then you gotta do something different. You feel what I'm saying? Where are you from? I'm in Japan. Hey, to Japan. My daughter been trying to get to Japan. Hey look, that's what's good. I studied Shoin-ryu, Okinawa Shoin-ryu. But look, I'm in Virginia, Hampton, Virginia. Even if you're in Japan, you should have heard the name Allen Iverson. I'm from the same town that Allen Iverson is from. I owned a barbershop during the days when he was a young boy. And he was coming into the barbershop getting his hair cut. So you should know where Hampton, Virginia is. Who peeping from behind the wall? Muhammad Ali. That's Muhammad right there on the flyer. Muhammad Ali. But ain't nobody home, dawg. So ain't nobody here but me. I'm the only one here all day. Can you do a takedown with the bag? Nah, I can't do it in this house. As you can see, it ain't a whole lot of room in here. This bag usually sits in a corner. I pull it out to the middle of the floor just so I can work it. You look very cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate anybody up here giving me any kind of props. God bless me to be this way. So, hey, look, appreciate it. What part of Japan you from, dog? Love, live, love, man. I like that name. More people gotta follow that one. Love and live, cause people don't wanna they don't wanna love, they wanna hate. The kind of world we live in, everybody wanna hate. Coach Carl. Hold up. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Who wins? I'm going with Shakur Stevenson. I seen him firsthand. He was in a gym in my area for a while. He lived here for a while. During his 11th and 12th grade year, he stayed here. He came back to visit a few times after he went pro. Yeah, so I see what he could do. And I think the world will get a chance to see it. Somebody said, Coach Carl, if you was in the gym and an overweight woman was on the treadmill and she looked like she was going to pass out, would you do something? Yeah, tell her to get off the treadmill. Stop the button, tell her to get off. Sometimes it ain't worth it. Sometimes you got to save it for tomorrow. She might not have ate. She might not have drank. She might be dehydrated. She could be anything. Hello from Russia. What's up, Russia? Glad you in the house. Hey, look, it's like we here and we there all at the same time. You know, I tell people, man, you could be anywhere in the world doing whatever you want to do, but I'm glad you're up here talking to your boy. Yeah, I agree that dude is a beast. Yeah, Shakur's a beast. I watched him firsthand. He was a little dude. I tried to get my son was about almost the same weight as him, but they didn't want him to spar with him because at the time he didn't have a manager here. He just kind of came in the gym because he knew somebody in there, and he was gonna spar with the guy that he knew. And my son was kind of a little bit advanced level for his level at the time, and they ain't wanted to be no fist fight. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't get a chance to spar with him, but he sparred with the young guys that was closer to his age. But he a beast though. Dublin, what's good? Man, what's good with y'all? King the Clock. Appreciate it. Yep. You know, a lot of times, man, y'all probably see some of these scrolls up here, but y'all realize I'm not answering them because sometimes people just be asking questions just to see if see what the response is gonna be. Try to get the shock value. Well, I get smarter as I get harder, and you know, shock value can't be on me. When you say what app, what do you mean? What app did I use to do something? If that's the case, please hit me back and let me know so we can go ahead and square that off. Because anything I know, I'm telling it to somebody else. Anything I know, I'm telling it. Say, beautiful house. Hey, look, I appreciate it, dog. It is what it is. Hey, God bless me with something. You know, that's all I can say is God bless me with something. Kyoto is a city in Japan. Yeah. Hey, look, man, y'all got a lot of things going on over there. I watch a lot of videos, man, with some travelers that travel to Japan and just, you know, YouTube it. Man, y'all see some beautiful things over in Japan. They can't make anything good, so they phony tough. I have to return some videotapes. Yeah, I feel you. It's my birthday. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Shirley Knapp 3810. Coach Carl, it's an honor to see your videos. You are a true inspiration straight from Washington State. Endurance is key. Absolutely. I tell everybody that. No matter what you train for, train to last. You can have all the muscles in the world, but don't train to last. And what you going to do? You're going to fall short. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, that's why I tell people, even when it's raining outside, it's pouring down raining outside today, but I still did 4 miles. You want to be in America, it's too cool. Hey, look, but it's also too crimey. Too crimey and too grimy. You might be in the best place right there in Japan. You might be in the best place. It's hard to break away. Say, Slick Ford 108, say, Carl, it's hard to break away from my workouts. Wife and kids always need me. Ideas for help. Yeah, work out when they sleep. I started the same thing, player. Hey, look, my wife be asleep, so I work out at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes, man. I work out at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I used to go running at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I could be done with everything I wanted to be done with before I have to tend to family business. All my kids are grown and grown, so I ain't got to worry about them, but you can't just leave your wife. I can't be over here training when my wife would want to watch TV. And she work all day, and I'm at home all day, so why come I can't train when she's not at home? You're athletic, man. Appreciate it. Anytime Television, what's good with your player? Hey, look, man, glad to see you up here. Spader, Man Avenger, 533. Might say Spider-Man Avenger. I don't know what it is, but we know what it is. You, sir, you are a great man. Hey, I try to be, bruh. I can't be nothing but what God made me. I try to be. Do you train 5Ks, 10Ks, or half marathon? I just run. I don't really. I mean, I ran a half marathon on the clock, but never in a competition. I don't know if I believe in competition at this point in my life. I don't think I do it for competition. I think I do it just for me. But if a competition were to come up and I see something I want to be involved in, then that's a whole nother ball game. But I kind of do it for me. So when I get up in the morning, I go running, I do it for me. And yes, I am a Christian man. Anytime Television, my guy, what's good? But look, I tell people, I train based on me. I train to beat my own record. So I train to beat my own 5K, my own 10K, my own half marathon. I train to beat myself. So when I do push-ups, if I did, every now and then I say, what was the last amount of push-ups I could do the most of? I said 100. So I beat it by doing 147. I train for me. And it works better. C353K. You enjoy it. You would enjoy it. Sir, you look like Mike Tyson. Respect for you. Hey, look, Mike Tyson's a great man. Did a lot of great things in the world. I'm privileged to be able to look like Mike Tyson. Lex, what's good, yo? My thoughts on Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman just didn't know when to quit. And as you get older, you got to know when to quit. Was that old card game saying was you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. I just think he stayed in the game too long, and he kept going. People keep going up. They keep going up. That's why people see me doing 50s, and they see how easily I do 50s. They say you should get 75s. Why? 50s are working, but you can do 75s though. Why? Because 50s are working. See, I'm not gonna be that guy. They keep going up and forget my number. I know I'm 58 years old. I'm not stupid. So my thing with Ronnie Coleman is let's pray for him. Let's pray that he get himself back in the tip-top condition. You know what I'm saying? He might not ever bodybuild again or look like he used to look or do the things he used to do, but it don't matter. I'm sure that he's glad he's still here. Somebody said they could bench 200 pounds. They strong. That's what's up. Anytime. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Lex 96, everybody's fine today. The community looking good. No one talking crap. All boxing and grinding. Yeah, we're going to try to keep it that way. Every now and then you get somebody slide some up in here. But the whole thing is I ain't got to answer it. Let it slide on deaf ears. You ever get into some fasting? Yes, I fast. Every month and a half, I just take a 24, 48-hour fast. Liquid. And just decide, I don't have a plan. Most of the stuff I do is without a plan. Because I only eat for 1 hour a day, when I'm done eating, I just decide that I'm just not going to eat the next day. And when it gets here, when that normal time that I eat comes, I just pass it. And then I pass it one more day, and then you have 48 hours. I look healthy for my age. I appreciate it. I'm 58 years old. Thank God for small favors. I'm not old enough to be Diddy's dad. Diddy is just a couple of years younger than me. Diddy's like 54, 55, somewhere around there. I'm 58. I can't be his dad. Appreciate it, though. Hey, everyone. Happy Tuesday. That's what's good. Thanks for answering. I love Ronnie Coleman's positivity. Me too. Positive vibes, my guy. 100. So you work out every morning for 3 hours. Hey, that's what I tell people. I do 3.5 hours in the house. I do a 30-minute bag work, and then I run. So I don't count the time I run because it's, to me, it's just like part of life. But I basically work out for 4 hours a day. So give or take an hour, 4 hours a day. So I tell people if it's 24 hours in a day and I work out for 4, you can have the other 20. Because I did what I need to do with mine. You not buff, bro. I ain't trying to be buff, dog. But if you see me, you'll understand. I'm in good enough shape for me. Remember, I ain't trying to impress nobody. Who's my favorite pro boxer? I got a lot of them. I like a lot of guys for a lot of reasons. There ain't no one guy that I like more than the next guy. But I grew up on Muhammad Ali. I grew up on Sugar Ray, Roberto Duran. Sweet Pea Whitaker's from close to my hometown. He's like 20 minutes away from here. I had the privilege of watching him in the gym. I watched him show up at a lot of the amateur fights because I had an amateur boxing team. We go to the fights and he would show up at the fights. A lot of people. Mayweather. Mayweather was a beast. Hagler. Hagler was a beast. I mean, there's a lot of beasts out there. The new age beast. I like Lamont Roach from the D.C., Maryland, DMV area. I like, and that's who fought Javante. I like Javante. I remember him from the amateurs. Let's see. Whole lot of names, man. It's a whole lot of names out there. Man, we got Shakur. We got Lomachenko, one of my favorites. How much is my YouTube revenue? I don't pay attention to money. Let's just say I do well enough to keep being up here. But money ain't what triggers me. I've had people offer me jobs just recently after seeing my YouTube channel. And they know I was a coach already, but when they see my YouTube channel and how I talk to my people, they've offered me jobs, but jobs don't matter to me right now. What matters to me is who I could touch for free. That's what matters to me. That's why I'm on YouTube, because you can log on to here for free. All I ask y'all to do is sign up to my channel. So every time I get up here, I can see some of the same people and we can keep dialoguing. Hey, my boy Redacted, what's good with you, player? You know I wasn't gonna miss you. No, I wasn't gonna miss you. Fly Aubrey, what's up, coach? What's up with you? Michael Cohen, man, you got some crazy names up here. I got a kickboxing match coming up on Saturday. I got to go back over your videos for tips. The number one tip in kickboxing is just like everything else. Take your time. Spend the first couple of minutes of a round throwing jabs and little feet-finder kicks just to see what he's going to do. Set him up with some basic stuff. Set him up with a jab and then hit him with something else. Set him up with a basic straight front kick and then watch what he do. Watch how he move. A lot of guys, when they see you coming straight for them, they do a spinning back kick because that's good in kickboxing. But I'm telling you, you'll see it coming. Step back. Keep moving so he can't set you up. Anybody that stands still gets set up. I don't care if you're a boxer, a street fighter, a wrestler. If you stand still, you get set up. So the whole thing is get to moving. Get to moving so he don't know where to set you up. Lightweight. I weigh 144 pounds. Yeah, you know it's all. Rob James, you understand. It's always somebody that's trying to, they're just trying to get stardom. They're trying to get this. We say back in the day, they're trying to get their 5 minutes of fame. So I don't mind them being up here as long as they don't be belligerent, which means as long as they don't go overboard. They can ask me dumb questions. I'm just not going to give them an answer. But as long as you don't go overboard and start trying to flood my profile with a bunch of junk, then I'll delete you. And it's not worth it. It's not worth getting deleted from something that can potentially help you later in your life. Sugar Ray Leonard, Sweet Pea, Mark Breland, Roach. Johnny Tapia. Johnny Tapia was a monster. Yeah, I remember Johnny Tapia. Glitsko. I like the Glitsko brothers, both of them. Mayweather. What about Boots Ennis? Dude is cold. Boots Ennis is a great fighter. Take nothing away from Boots Ennis. But the only thing I say is the same thing everybody else that's a real boxing fan say. Boots Ennis is beating a lot of people that are nobodies. So we want to see him fight somebody that's actually in the top two. Somebody that all these fans that named out people, but Boots ain't fought none of them. He asking for people like Terrence Crawford. He don't feel like he could beat Terrence Crawford. He just feel like he could fight for that title, fight for that rep. My thing is take smaller steps. Take steps. There's a lot of other guys out there that's been asking you for you, calling out your name. You know what I'm saying? Take some of those guys and prove your point. What's your advice to the younger generation? Keep your head up. Don't get caught in this nonsense. Man, it's shootings every day. It's stabbings every day. It's rapes every day. It's young folk getting drunk and getting high, wasting their lives every single day. So don't fall for none of that. Get with a group of people, they say, association, assimilation. Get with a group of people that's going where you want to go and get with them. They might be a tad bit older than you. Someone might be a tad bit younger than you. Don't try to be in the in crowd. Try to be in the right crowd. Thanks for doing what you're doing, Coach. Appreciate it. MMOQ4R. Appreciate your comment. You a beast, Coach. Hey, look, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm always going to be trying to be a little bit better today than I was yesterday, and a little bit better tomorrow than I was today. Serious question. Whenever you get to my comment, I do need some moderators. I've been needed them, but I ain't figured it out yet. "3D printed meat is diabolical. That's why I eat vegetables." Haven Market, appreciate you being up here. Thanks for the compliment. Updraft, good moves, bro. Appreciate it. Hey, look, I got better moves. It just depends on what day you check me. I was supposed to do kick practice, but I decided to hit the bag instead because I ain't stretching. I ain't want to waste all that time stretching before I did it, which would push me back on my timeline. I know y'all know I eat for 1 hour a day, and that time is coming rapidly. It's rapidly gaining on us. Got you, brother. Thank you. You're welcome. Guy. What's the most effective way to get the creases of your abs to pop? Food. Food is the most effective way to get anything to work right in your body. You have to cut out the sugar. Cutting out the sugar will eliminate the sugar that's going to your stomach, would allow you to, build a little bit tighter. And then also up the protein. If you go 1 gram of protein per body weight, so if you like 140 pounds, do 140 grams of protein. Then cut the sugar out. Cut the sugar down to under 40 grams of sugar per day. And you'll watch all the extra melt away. And the rest of you gonna come alive. Camera is great. Thanks, player. It's just an iPhone. Any tips to improve a rear kick? I was told my lead kick is decent. I do orthodox stance. Your rear kick is always going to be a lot slower. So to improve it, you don't have to make it better. Just make it a solid rear kick. But make the front kick lead off. So learn how to fake with your front to throw a stronger back. If you can fake and get the guy to ball up or cover up or move around, you can hit him with the back kick. Don't throw the back kick by itself because it's a lot slower. I can hit you with this, bang, before I can hit you with this. Because as soon as you see me do this, you're going to stop it. You're going to move. Russian roulette routine. No, I don't. But I don't have students now. I don't train in gyms no more. Hold on a second. All right, y'all, I'm back. Why is everyone in the chat being freaky? Because a lot of freaky people in the world. Y'all know that. This ain't the first day, it ain't gonna be the last day. Our job is just to ignore them. Ask a question that makes more sense, and you'll get a quick answer. Cause I ain't gonna do nothing but ignore the trolls. The trolls just trying to get a little bit of props. Say Boots is beating Bud. Nah, Boots ain't beating Bud. Boots thought that Canelo was gonna beat Bud. He was praising Canelo because he trained with Canelo and realized what Canelo hit with. And then Bud beat Canelo. So now Boots is like quiet. You ain't heard Boots say nothing in the last 3 weeks. Boots ain't got enough experience to beat Bud. He's just a hop around boxer, which is fine for what he doing. Morning, Coach. Princess Prince, 3896. Malt, MALT 69. Appreciate it. Somebody said Donald Trump for 2028. Hey, look, we about to see. They're trying to change the game. Coach, why are people always asking if you sell roids to your... I don't know, man, because people stupid. You know how it go. But we're going to let them do what they do, man. We can't stop all the haters, man. We just got to proceed on. They are constantly asking it. Yeah. Meat is amazing. Yeah, for those that like meat. Watch the seed oils too. Yeah, I don't do those. I don't cook my vegetables in oil. I boil them in water. So you can see the shadow from my ceiling fan. I appreciate it. Hey, look, man. Somebody said, is this a violence channel? No, it's not. This is a boxing, fitness, health, food, vegan, or better eating, because everybody ain't vegan. Some people are just better eating than the junk food. Ain't nobody on YouTube talking about punching people. You just silly. And that's what that is. Diddy on my channel. Hey, look, Diddy, if you up here, send me some money. I got to pass it out to a lot of people that's up here that's not as fortunate as some other people. What are some of your thoughts on males today and their mindset, and what is the top things they need to work on? Males. The top thing that males need to work on is stop focusing so much on sex. Everybody is sex. I'm talking about experimental sex. You want to have sex with guys, you want to have sex with dogs, you want to have sex with sheeps, you want to have sex with girls. You are so focused on sex that you can't get nothing else right. We need to stop focusing on sex. Because people think sex is for fun. That wasn't what sex was made for, although it can be fun. But that's not what it was made for. It was made to procreate. That's why a lot of young people are having babies at 14, 15 years old, because nobody ever told them that part. So let's stop focusing so much on sex and getting high to have sex and drinking to have sex. Let's just stop focusing so much on sex, period. Let's just focus on other things. There are other things to focus on. Jobs, careers, fun, life, sports. Thoughts on Frazier. Frazier was a beast. Frazier was a monster. He looked tough. Somebody said, I think Boots beat up Canelo in camp. If he beat up Canelo in camp, then he would have never said that Canelo was too much for Terrence Crawford. He would have said, I don't know. It's going to be a pretty tough fight. He said Canelo was too much. That was the indication that he thought he was too much. How many miles I run on average? 5 miles a day. Only change to 4 miles if it's like extreme conditions, like today it was just pouring down raining. There was no need for me to run that extra mile. I could get it in the house doing something else. Somebody say I look like somebody. Hopefully I look like somebody. Hey, look, trust me, I don't know how to get no beard. This beard came by way of genetics. What would you do if you had 30 days to prepare for a fight? Prepare for the fight. Run. That's the main thing you want to do when you're preparing for a fight. You want to wear yourself out. You ain't going to wear yourself out fight condition doing push-ups. You're going to wear yourself out in fight condition running, holding some 3-pound weights in your hand and shadow boxing when you're running. Bobbing and weaving with that 3 because you want to wear everything out, your core. You want to wear your core out. That's how you're going to get ready for a fight. Beat the bag up till you can't beat it no more. Beat it till your hands hurt. Only 2 weeks before the fight, stop doing all that. Just start running without the weights. How many push-ups do I do daily? I do 200 push-ups a day. That's my normal routine, 200 push-ups. And I do a lot of exercises. I train for a lot, but let's just say 200 push-ups. I do 40 pull-ups, 40 reverse chin-ups. Then I do 40 dips, and that's just the calisthenic portion of my training. More powerful than your beard. Saying 67 and 50 streams, 3 and 5. I don't know what that means, bro. Believe me, I have no idea what you just said. But look, anybody up here on my channel right now, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification icon so I can be notified every time I drop a new video or a live stream. And if we should ever meet again, hopefully we'll have these same kind of conversations all over again. Y'all can ask me questions and I can try to give y'all the best answer I got. Oh, it's no problem. Somebody say their son was typing in the chat. No problem. We don't hold nothing against people up here. Jesus Christ is Lord. Thank you. So you about to get a workout in soon? Hey, look, get it in. Make sure it includes everything. I tell people, man, people like to do a workout that's your legs a day, your shoulders the next day, your arms the next day. So you're going to work on each body part individually. But when it comes to a fight, you're going to have to fight the whole fight using everything you have. That's why I do full body training every single day. Now, if you don't have a full body training exercise or routine, I give you one. It's called the 50 package. 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, 50 jumping jacks, 50 forward and backwards arm rotations, and then walk or run for 30 minutes. 15 minutes away from the house and 15 minutes back. If you're in pretty good shape and you're walking, that's going to be at least 2 miles. If you're running, that's going to be at least 3 miles. So make that happen. It's called the 50 package. Make it happen. It'll get your whole body in shape at the same time. Because once again, we are combat sports people. We are martial artists. We are boxers. We are wrestlers. Even sports people. Football, basketball, baseball. Your whole body is working at the same time. What are my thoughts on Shedeur Sanders? I think he's a great young man. Come from great stock. His father's a great man, period. He has a great brother, great family. The only thing I think is they blackballed him and wouldn't let him in the NFL. And because of that, people look down on you like you ain't about it. But we all know. What pace am I running at 5 miles? I run 8 minutes a mile. When it comes to more than 5, like on Thanksgiving, I ran 14.2 at 10:26 a mile. That's because I was running 14 miles. When I run 3 miles, it's like 7:15 to 7:20. And 1 mile, my 1 mile time is 6:29. Let's see. No, I don't eat until I'm full. That's the worst thing you could possibly ever do. I only eat for 1 hour. And so in that 1 hour, I eat vegetables. I eat a variety of vegetables, fruit, nuts, and sometimes a protein shake if I feel like I mean, not a protein shake, a protein bar if I feel like I need a snack to go with that. But most of the time, it's no protein bar. I drink my protein shakes at the same time. But I make a protein shake that's got 60 grams of protein, and the rest of it I get from my fruit, my nuts, and my vegetables. And no, I don't be full. I be full enough. I be full enough to know when I got up from the table that I just finished eating. I appreciate you, Coach. Let's keep the chat clean, please. Yeah. Do I rest last week? Do I still hit the bag fight week? Yeah, you can hit the bag. Just don't try to kill it. Because remember, if you kill the bag, you might hurt your hand. You might hurt your wrist. You might hurt your shoulder. So tap it. People think that when they see me hitting the bag, that, oh, you got to hit it harder than that. Okay, they don't know what I'm working on. Don't never let nobody tell you how to control your training because they don't know what you're working on. I had a guy tell me I don't twist my back foot hard enough when I throw my right hand. I said I'm in an in-house bag. If I did that every time I hit the bag inside the house, I'd knock the bag over. And then how much sense does that make? I'm using the bag to train with, not to kill it. Jump rope or running, what do you think burns more fat? Depends on how much jump rope can you do. People ask me all the time, they say, what's better for cardio or calories burn, walking or running? It all depends on how much you can run. If you can run just as far as you can walk, then run. But most people can't run as far as they can walk. You can only run 3 or 4, maybe 5 miles, but you can walk 10. You're going to burn more calories that way. Jump rope is good, but just do it in moderation because you don't want to, jump rope can get people hurt too. I've seen people kick the rope and fall down, hurt the ankle, laying wrong on their foot. Just do enough of it. Do I work on an empty stomach? Let me tell you something. I was reading where they said you should have something in your stomach before you work out. Yeah, the guy that made that was hungry before he worked out. But nah, I stopped eating at 6 o'clock in the afternoon every day. And my workout starts at anywhere between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And I work all the way up into then. From 2 to 4 in the morning, I get sporadically, I do all my training. I'll be done by like maybe 10, 11. And then I turn around and I go for my run and come home, hit the bag. I don't do none of that with food in my stomach. I'm on complete eat. I'm on eat the whole day. Does I look like James Worthy? I wish I was tall as James Worthy. Can you sponsor us? Who is us? And what do y'all do? Let's see. Impressive pace. Legendary. Hey, look, man. I'm just doing the best I can with the hand I got. You don't believe that. Somebody say you don't run. You don't believe that. You don't believe that. You just wanted to say something. I ain't mad at you, Chris 211. I know I don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat since 2014. I became vegan in 2014 at 47. So I ate once. So you eat once a day. Yes, I eat once a day since 2014. Do I take creatine? No, I do not. How to quit smoking. Put it down. Same way you stop everything else. I stopped drinking. I used to drink beer. Just drink big drinks, go to the club, get a shot or whatever. I stopped drinking. In 2013, I decided I didn't want to drink no more. So I turned the bottle over and dumped the rest of it in the sink, and I stopped drinking. And that's how you quit. You just got to tell yourself you don't want it no more. It's not helping you. There's nothing that a cigarette or anything else that you smoke has helped anybody in their life do. Nothing that you can drink, no kind of alcohol has ever helped you become successful. It only made you drunk. Made you do stuff you shouldn't did. Some of these questions, I don't know what they are. So I won't answer them because I don't know what they are. You got an IG coach. I like to reach out. Got to fight early January. Any weight cutting tips? I have to cut 20 pounds. Yep, weight cutting tips. Cut back on the calories. Up the protein, lower the carbs. And yes, I got an Instagram. It's Coach Call 757. And I'm going to look for your name. Or you can just tell me you the guy that had questions. Therefore, we can talk on the private. What percentage of protein and carbs should I be focusing on for a lean bulk? You can take out as many carbs as you can afford to take out without it ruining your system. Carbs are gasoline. You need carbs in your system because it pushes you forward. But what I tell people I did, when I first cut back, I had a program. It's called The Best Plan to Lose Weight. It's on this channel. Just Google it. Coach Carl, The Best Plan to Lose Weight. It showed you I was only doing like 100 to 150 carbs a day. And I was doing about the same amount in protein, but I like to keep my carbs low. So basically, the program is designed for anybody that's just starting out, but I'm a little bit extreme. So when I cut back, I only cut back to, at the time, I cut back to 100 carbs, and I was doing 150 grams of protein. I was eating under 40 grams of sugar. I was eating under 60 grams of fat, under 2,300 calories. Under 2,300 grams of sodium, and I was only doing about 1,600 calories a day. And that was enough to make me cut up. And if you seen my pictures or you seen who I am for real without this shirt on, you understand what I'm talking about. Tony Soprano 59. Do you trim that handsome beard yourself or your barber? Now, I do it myself. I've been a barber. I started cutting hair at 15 years old. 18 in a barber shop. I've been cutting hair my entire life. I had a barber shop that opened up in 1992 and the last one closed in 2020. So pretty much I do my own stuff. But I appreciate the compliment. Bruh, Coach, superhuman discipline always impressing me every time. Truly, hey, look, not superhuman, but definitely work hard. I just believe in putting the best effort. If you're going to do something, why take half a step and get halfway when you can take a full step and get the whole length? So with that being said, I train like I got to fight tomorrow. Somebody asked me one day why I train so hard. You always train like you got to fight tomorrow. What's the things I did drunk that I regret? Living with that alcohol in my system. It won't help me none. It was causing me to have my belly hanging over my belt. Caused me to want to talk to girls I didn't like. Caused me to want to get in fights with guys I did like. You know what I'm saying? Went to the club, spent more money I should have spent. You know what I'm saying? Because alcohol, you don't have a straight frame of mind when you've been toe up. Man, I don't know. I just didn't want to be toe up no more. You can't spend your whole life doing the same thing and expecting something different to happen. So I wanted something different to happen. The first thing I did was cut the alcohol. That was the first thing I did before I changed my diet. We stopped drinking. Reasons for no meat. Vegan. Once a day diet inspired me. Looking to do better. Well, man, everybody has their own reasons for doing stuff. My veganism did not come because of a religion. I just wanted something different to eat. And I said I'm going to do it for 30 days and see how that work out. And then I did it for 60 days. Well, now it's been 11 years. The reason I do a once-a-day diet is simple. People don't understand this is a simple concept. Your body is working all the time. And you know why your body is working all the time? Even when you sleep, your body is still working. It's breathing, lungs, heart, right? But it's also digesting food that's in your system. It's chopping it up and breaking it down and sending it to its prospective places. Your body never stops working because you never stop eating. Every time you open up your mouth for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and anything in between, your body is working. Your digestive system is working. Your lungs are working. Your heart is working because sodium creates high blood pressure. So your heart is working a lot to push that blood through the valves going to your heart. Your kidneys are working every time you open up your mouth and you drink something other than water. Right? That's why if you ever notice that you could be real thirsty in the summer and you could drink a whole soda but then want a whole nother soda, drink a whole bottle of water and see if you want another bottle of water. You're not going to want nothing else to drink because that's what your body was thirsting. It was thirsting water. My whole thing is your body is working all the time. In order to give your body a break, you can't eat all the time. So when you eat for 1 hour, in about 4 hours, your food's going to be digested. And then the rest of the time, your body gets to heal. it gets to rest. If you had a brand new car, brand new, straight from the lot, and you drove it to work, say you work 30 minutes from the house, and you drove your car to work, and when you went inside, you left your car running outside, right? It just ran the whole 8 hours you was at work. You come back, get in your car, and you put it in gear, and you pull off and drive home. Your car would overwork in about a year. It wouldn't work no more. It'll burn itself out. Why? Because you're overworking it. Well, it's the same thing as a body. We're going to burn our bodies out because we consistently overworking them. So you got to find a way to shut it down. Say your lip is lipping. T.O. Shakur. I'm going with Shakur. Ross 20 J8N. What's up? I just subscribed. I appreciate it. Anybody on my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification icon so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. I love having conversations with educated people just like this. I don't care what age you are. I don't care what size you are. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care if you're a boxer, a martial artist, or you're a ballet. I don't care. The bottom line is we all up here and we're human beings. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that keeps me moving when y'all on my page. Everybody up here is up here for a different reason. Somebody want to know how to throw a punch. Somebody want to know how to get out of the way of a punch. Somebody want to know how to kiss somebody. Someone to know how to be kissed. It is what it is. Whatever it is, bring it to the table and we're going to talk about it. Once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. And I got here 58 years. I got here for a reason. God kept me here because he had a job for me to do. I think this is part of my job, talking to people about how to survive 58 years. Holla! Yeah, it's some trolls in here, man. Don't worry about them, man. You know? So if you don't raise it, you don't know it. Can I tell you the gospel of Jesus? Of course you can. Hey, man, I just followed your Instagram. I'm going to hit you up someday on some real talk or questions. Hey, look, that's what I'm here for, dog. I tell people all the time, God kept me here for a reason. Let me be my reason. Help me with my reason. It's to talk to y'all. It's to educate you, to give you some advice, to make you think about things in more than one way. Nothing much, you are chilling. That's what I'm talking about. Ross 20 J8N. Thanks for the information. Appreciate it. DB15X. How old were you when you were able to grow your beard? Man, I don't know. I think I was about 18 years old when I got that little piece at the bottom and that little peach fuzz mustache. And then it just kind of kept going and kept going and kept going until it got to the point where it looked like something. Yep, it kept growing it until it looked like something. And then one day, I started lining it up. And I think I was like 44, 45. I realized it was getting gray. But it grew in equally. So it didn't look like one side was gray, one side was black. A big black patch here, and the rest of it was gray. It kind of grew in like this. And so I rocked it. And I think I got a picture. I think I was 50. I was either 49 or 50 when I took this picture. Let's see if I can find it. I was either 49 or 50 when I took this picture. And that's when I used to rock the long beard, Joan. And man, that beard was proper dopper, like a cheese whopper. Man, I used to get out the car and guys would be over. They'd be like, yo, no homo, man. That beard is fly, dog. I said, yo, I appreciate it. I go in the beauty supply store. The Chinese lady said, look, did you dye your beard? I said, no, I did not. They was just bugging. Things you would tell yourself, your younger self. Hey, I got a video on my channel called, I think it's something like things that I would tell my 17-year-old self or something like that. It's real. But I tell myself, man, slow down. Stop moving so fast. Tell myself, stop moving down. Stop moving so fast. That's pretty much, I was in a hurry to do everything. I was in a hurry to drive. I was in a hurry to meet a girl. I was in a hurry to graduate high school. First thing you want to do is tell yourself, slow down. What you in a hurry for? You don't want to rush through life because you're going to miss it. People rush through life all the time and they miss it. Don't rush through life. Take your time. That's the biggest thing. Focus on something other than what somebody else could do for you. Focus on what you could do for somebody, and then it'll slow the roll down. I don't know who the name is you just told me, but happy birthday to anybody up here that's having a birthday. Say, I used to be ripped. I'm still ripped now, homie. Strict lightning. And look, I'm still ripped now. I won't even as ripped then as I am now. And I was 46. Proper dopper like a cheese whopper. That's old school right there. Somebody told me I used to be ripped. Man, the one thing I pride myself on, bruh, is training. The one thing I pride myself on is training. This picture was taken last week. So I'm more ripped now than I was when I was 46. I pride myself on training. The one thing I do, man, is train 7 days a week. So you don't change. Your body just gets better at it. It gets better at it. And I don't get sore no more. I used to get sore, man. I was working on so many different things. I was sore all the time. But nah, I ain't sore no more. I think the only thing that was sore on me over the last couple of days was on Thanksgiving. I ran 14.2 miles and I was sore in. Not me, like my body won't sore, just my legs, just the upper part of my legs, like in your crotch area. That's where I was sore. Because that's when your legs be like this the whole time. And it just be sore. The whole muscle that divides your legs was sore. Somebody say, I got great discipline and knowledge. What dream goes short of long term do you have? Well, I told you. Anybody know anything about me, I can tell you one thing that will come true. I want to, this is going to sound stupid. I'm going to let you know right now it's going to sound stupid. So don't hold me. Don't hold it against me. But I'm going to tell you what I want to do. I want to be homeless. Y'all see my house. Y'all see the stuff that I got. I don't want it no more. I want to give it away. Period. I don't want this no more. This ain't my life no more. I think, you know how God walked around from place to place and talked to people? I want to go from place to place and talk to people. Excuse me. I want to go from place to place and talk to people. I don't want to be confined to one area. I think what I have is bigger than one area. And I want to help more people. If I come to where you are and I talk to you and I see your situation, I want to be able to help you in your situation. See, online, everybody look like they're in bad shape. Everybody look like they're struggling. Everybody look like they need $10. But if I'm in front of you, you can't lie about needing it because I can see it. And if you need it and I got it, I'm going to give it to you on the spot. It ain't about the camera. It's about my hand to your hand. That's what it is. So I want to be homeless, but I want to be homeless on purpose because I want to travel the world and not like flying all over the place. I'm going to get me a van and me and my wife going to pick up and we just going to hit the block. And I'm going to go see everybody I ever wanted to go see. Take my time. I'm not going to be in a rush to get from here to Arizona, from here to California, from here to Florida. I just want to go. So I've been looking. And I said, 2026, it'll be the last year I want to be where I am right now. And after that, y'all gonna start hearing about me saying, where you at? What city you in? What state you in? I'm coming to see you. Because if God has blessed me with something that I can bless you with, I'm doing myself a disservice by not giving it to you. And it's not always about conversation. Sometimes people need conversation. Sometimes people need a hug. Sometimes people really do need love. Then sometimes financial is what y'all need. And if I got it, you got it. Mi casa, su casa. That's how I go. If I got it, you got it. Say, Jerome Brown, 5513. What's up, coach? Roanoke tapping in. Steven Zayden told me to tell you what's up. That's my dog. You tell him Coach Carl say what it is. That was a bad dude right there. I mean, straight up. I ain't got to tell you. I ain't got to sell it to you. I can tell it to you. Bottom line is, Steven Zayden was my man. I loved his energy. I loved his work ethics. I loved his hustle. Everything about him made sense to me. Like I said, I wanted my sons to grow up to be like him. My sons were a lot younger than him. But they all was in the game. But look, bottom line is, Steven Zayden is a great man. I like that dude. Real talk. Chaos. What's up, Unc? What's good, man? What do I think of R. Kelly? I like R. Kelly. I mean, R. Kelly, a lot of us liked R. Kelly until he got in trouble, but I don't turn my back on you when you get in trouble. If I liked you before you got in trouble, I'm going to like you now. Now, I might not have liked what you did to get in trouble, and I'll try to get you out of trouble, but the bottom line is, you're still my friend. I'm still a fan. I still listen to your music. I listen to the gospel CD, R. Kelly's gospel CD, that make you cry because he touched your heart with so many different things that make sense. Everybody ain't always bad, but the devil kind of come around and he stay around. Look at P. Diddy. The devil just come around and stay around. He turned good people into other people. Thing about P. Diddy is P. Diddy had too much money. You know, if you watch this thing on Will Smith talked about the having too much money. You at this level, and then you get to this level. And when you get to this level, it's nothing else you can buy. So then you start experimenting. Call it the upper rim. When you get to the upper rim, you start experimenting. And you can't get what you would normally get for the cost. So it doesn't mean nothing for you to spend $300,000 or $2 million on something. That's why guys buy $2 million watches and $1 million worth of gold jewelry and platinum jewelry, because they have gotten to the point where money is not the issue anymore. But see, my whole thing, like Janet Jackson allegedly told somebody like Bill Gates, if you're a billionaire, it's time to give some of that money away. Hey, look, bottom line is that's my focus. I can't tell nobody else what to do with their money, but I'm going to tell you what I would do with mine. I don't need but what I need. I don't need no extra. See, because why extra? Why I got $100 that's sitting in a drawer upstairs that's collecting dust. Somebody else out here need $100. That $100 ain't going to do me no good. It's in a drawer collecting dust. So I find a perfect place for that $100 to lie in somebody else's hand. So that's the life that I want to live. But, you know, R. Kelly and them dudes did what they did. Hey, look, I pray for him every day. I pray for R. Kelly. I pray for P. Diddy. I pray for Lil Wayne when he was in trouble. And all them other cats is in trouble. Young Jeezy, Jeezy, all of them. They all need prayer, bro. They all need prayer. They all good guys. They just happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. I throw a nice hook. Man, a hook ain't nothing. It's simple. Hold your hands up to here. Turn the hook around. All you're doing is coming across your body without opening up your arm. That's it. So you come here, bap, catch them, and it's a wrap. Using this, and you're turning that hip, and you're working. Kryptonite 8035. Appreciate you being up here. Young Grind, I want to see you. You see me. What about work, though? I'm already done with work. See, I told you, I was a barber since I was 15 years old. I was able to walk away from the field in 2020, which means I must have did something right. I don't talk about money. Y'all know I don't talk about money because money is not my issue. Like a guy told me a long time ago, he said, I got a lot of problems, but money ain't one of them. Well, I follow that same philosophy. Money will never trap me. I will not be handcuffed to the job. I'm smart enough now to understand what I did in my life and how it worked out for me. And that's why I said I don't want this brick and mortar. You know what a brick and mortar is? It's a building. I don't want this building no more. So money won't be the issue. I want to get abs. What's the best way to do that? The best way to get abs, my friend, is to cut out the junk food. No Snickers bars, no Twix bars, no honey buns, no ice cream, no sodas, none of that, because all that's got too much sugar in it. If you're supposed to eat, if you read the label of everything you eat, I promise you this, read the label of everything you eat for like a day. Just don't change no diet or nothing. Just eat everything you would normally eat in a day. And everything you do, you get a piece of paper and you go item, calories, carbs, protein, fat, sugar, and sodium. And then I want you to write down everything you ate all day from the minute you woke up that morning until the last thing you eat before you go to bed at night. Everything that you buy in the store got a label on it. Write it down. And if you are over 2,400 calories, you're going to have a hard time getting abs. If you are over 200 carbs, you're going to have a hard time getting abs. If you are over 40 grams of sugar, you're going to have a hard time getting abs. Then the whole thing is to find other foods that you can still eat that don't have that much stuff in them. And the rest is history. That in a basic ab program, you'll be good. Let me see. DANGI. Oh, Dan Gilmore, 995. Appreciate you being up here. Beast JB76. What's up, coach? What do you think going to a boxing gym for a little could translate well to MMA if I let the coach know I don't want to build bad habits, just get better hands? A lot of coaches will train you to be better at MMA through boxing. If you'd have came to my gym and you said you was an MMA artist, I would have trained you on what we call your stand-up game, your boxing game. But you got to just let the coach know when you get there. Let the coach know when you get there so that he don't try to get you to change other things that may work for you in your prospective career. Dennis Rodman versus anybody. Dennis Rodman is a monster. I don't want to challenge that guy in nothing. That guy don't pay attention to referees, police officers, state security, bodyguards. If Dennis Rodman come after you, man, it's going to be a bad day. See, a lot more people with a lot more money than him are normal. Well, everybody ain't the same. Some people can't handle that money. That's just where it go. I know guys that make $100,000 a year and they live up to $100,000. They make 110, they're gonna live up to 110. Then I know guys that make 100,000 and live at 40, and they saving 60 a year. Everybody ain't the same. You ever notice that when some people get a bonus from work or find money in a lottery or win a lottery ticket or anything like that, it could be $100 or $1,000. Where the first place they go? To the ABC store to get some weed, or to get some, in some of these rich folks' cases, fentanyl, crack, cocaine, amphetamines, any kind. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line is everybody don't do the same thing. These cats live the lifestyle of pop culture, hip hop, R&B, and pop culture. That's a whole nother ball game. You got millions and millions of people that's hanging around you all the time. And after a while, it becomes old, and then you had to start doing something to spice it up. And then you start doing more to spice it up. And then you get other people to get in the game, and they want to help you spice it up. He didn't do it by himself. R. Kelly had 30, 40 people hanging around him every day. P. Diddy had 30, 40 people hanging around him every day. The goal is to not be R. Kelly and to not be P. Diddy, but to still make that money. Any desires to travel to see other countries and spread your word? Yes, I have plenty of desires to travel to other countries to see my word. Like, bottom line is, I talk to a lot of people online now from different places. And when it come time, you're going to hear about me. I ain't going to have to tell it. You're going to hear about it. Say, back in my younger days, was I trying to be Ron Isley singing to the ladies, saying, "Oh, I believe you are a rain." Hey, look. Back in my younger days, I had the gift of gab. My mama told me when I was 16, I had the gift of gab, but I was using it to pull girls instead of doing something productive with my life. So I changed my life because my mama made sense. I told her, I asked her one day, did she like this girl I had brought over? And she said, I don't know what you asked me for. You ain't gonna keep her anyway. And I was like, Mama, these girls is crazy. She said, all them different girls crazy, or is it you? So I stepped my game up. It's just a simple story. Sup, coach? I fight on January the 6th. Hey, look, Mike Jones, War Jones 265. If y'all on here right now, log into War Jones 265. Dude's going to have another fight on January the 6th. Support my dog. He was one of my students at the Art of Boxing. He went on to do great things. So support War Jones 265. Did I meet Sweet Pea? Yeah, I met Sweet Pea when I was younger. And then having a team, Sweet Pea is from Norfolk. So a lot of the boxing tournaments that we went to were always in our surrounding areas, which is Hampton, Newport News, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, or Carolina. And he was always at the fights. just because he loved boxing. He was always at the fights. So a lot of times he would see some of my fighters fight or some of the other fighters fight, and he would get out of the ring, he'd give you dap, take a picture with you, that kind of stuff. Yeah, he was very touchable. You know, he went to the same gym that Keyshawn Davis went to. Keyshawn Davis started in Barrard Park, which is the same gym that Sweet Pea Whitaker was a part of. So you can go to Barrard Park. I used to take anywhere from 5 to 10 guys to Barrard Park to spar. And at the time, they had a coach, Coach Peak. And Coach Peak used to ask me to send him my guys' names and weights and experience. And then we would spar guys at that gym. Keyshawn, Keon, and Kelvin, they 3 brothers. Keyshawn is the middle brother. And they were there. But we never sparred Keyshawn or Keon, the youngest brother, because they were too young. My team, I didn't have any little people. And they were like 10, 11, 12 years old at the time. Now, I don't even think there was 12. There was more like 10, 8 to 10, somewhere around there. And I watched them spar other little guys. Some of them some of the little guys would bring it, but Keyshawn and Keon, them boys was bad. But we did spar. My son sparred Kelvin, which is the oldest brother. But he was still younger than us. He was just tall. And he had a good jab. A prime George Foreman or Mike Tyson? Prime George Foreman. Mike Tyson was a beast, but I would have liked to have seen him fight a guy like George Foreman in his prime, because it would have been 2 heavy hitters. Thing about Mike Tyson is the longer the fight got, just like Gervonta Davis, the longer the fight got, if you throw in a whole lot of haymakers, you start losing your luster. You start losing your pop. George Foreman seemed like he got stronger as the fight went on, because he didn't spend a whole lot of time dancing around. That Joker just walked at you. Somebody says, what separates me from other coaches? I don't know. Life. Every coach got a different life experience. Some of them learn how to coach in the gym. Some of them learn how to box in the gym. I didn't learn how to box in the gym. I learned how to box in the street. So when I learned that if you don't block a punch, you get something broke. Your face broke. So I learned how to block a punch. So when I'm telling you something to do, it's based on experience. You can't teach unless you have experience. You got to have experience in something. Everybody learns something different. Look at Calvin Ford, Gervonta Davis's coach. He spent a lot of time in the streets, spent a lot of time behind bars. So you learn. And you learn a different way, but you still learn the art of the game. My goal is just to be able to share it so that some of y'all don't go through the same thing I went through to get to where I'm at right now. Everybody don't get lucky. Everybody don't make it to 58. I love the fighting style on George Foreman's style defense. Yeah, it worked for him. Instead, upload some of your work success stories. I try to as I go along, but I got a long life, and I think I got enough time to keep loading. I was a street fighter, not no more. As a young man, everybody was a street fighter at some point. I just grew up in a neighborhood that was pretty tough. And because I was known for being in martial arts long before boxing, I was known for being in karate. Everybody always wanted to test me to see if I was as good as they said I was. And then once you get in a couple of fights and everybody wants to be the next guy, I could beat him. I saw what you did wrong type stuff, you know. I didn't get into boxing until I was 15. No, I didn't hang on the corner. You didn't got to hang on the corner to be a street fighter. Somebody just got to knock on your door till you come outside and swing on you. That's how you get in a street fight. Get off the bus, and all of a sudden you see somebody dropping books, and you realize that he's dropping books for you. Walk up to you in the back of the school bus when you're sitting in the seat and stand over top of you and tell you to stand up before he beat you down. That's kind of how these fights started. Look, I ain't proud of them, but the bottom line was, you do what you do. Pitbull Saturday, bro. I don't know. Lamont Roach showed me a little something. I've been watching Lamont Roach since he was about 13 or 14 years old, and he showed me something different when he fought Gervonta Davis. He showed me that he has escalated his talent level. So I don't know. Am I a Christian? Yeah. But I appreciate y'all being up here. Make sure if y'all up here, y'all hit the subscribe button so we can always have these kind of conversations every time I get online. Hit that notification icon so you don't have to wait to find out I was online. You get notified when I get up here, and y'all can get up here with me. I get up here about at least 4 days a week, and we had these kind of conversations. Say Tank ducking? I mean, not really. Tank just been in the game a long time. He ain't trying to be in the game no more. I mean, it ain't about ducking. Sometimes it's just about the other guy didn't start it when he started. Everybody want to beat the guy at the top and Tank the guy at the top. So at this point, he's starting to lose his luster, which means he's been in the game too long. It's like anything else. You've been in the game too long. It's time for you to get out now. Tank got so many things going on outside of boxing that, he got to change his life. I don't use my channel to expand on my religion because I'm not trying to get nobody to go where I'm going. Everybody got to walk their own path. That's why God gave us all free will. Thanks for loving my channel, bro. Strict Lightning, see you. Loves I4D, great man talk, appreciate it. True, he has issues. Well, I mean, hey, look, he come from the street. He was groomed to fight. But what happens when you don't want to fight no more? Hey, look, remember what I tell you. This is not basically, it's not a religious channel. I'm not trying to coerce anybody to change what people got their own opinions about what they want to do. That's why it's called free will. I'm not up here to try to convince somebody to walk the walk and talk the talk. If they come to me and they ask me, that's when I'll tell them. But you got to remember, everybody up here ain't a Christian. So we got Muslims up here. We got atheism up here. We got different people up here for different reasons. So we got to let them be who they are. Do I believe men are getting weaker? Yeah, I do. They just don't know how to, it's because they don't know how to handle stuff. We haven't been taught. Men haven't been taught to sit down and handle stuff. We've been taught to just kind of let somebody else handle it or wash it over. Wish you was down here in Florida, coach. I respect your teaching style and you understand kicks too. Exactly. I spent 20 years in karate. Well, you know Strict Lightning. You know everybody got their role. So I was right about Dev. I told you, Dev had the better background. Brian Norman didn't have a great background as far as what he learned how to do and who he learned it from. What city am I from? Hampton, Virginia. I try to tell people this is not a religious channel. Because I believe in God don't mean I'm going to sell it to everybody up here. I tell people, y'all know my story. Y'all hear my messages. Y'all get my knowledge and my wisdom and my understanding. But it's not my job to coerce you or to make you bend you over backwards to make you do what I want you to do. Say you're a 57-year-old female and want abs like me. Help. All right? It's plain and simple. I tell people, abs start in the kitchen. That's where they start at. You can get anything you want, but you got to start in the kitchen. And then you got to be disciplined. I mean, you got to peel something off to get them abs. I don't know what kind of shape you're in now, but let's just say, let's go for the suggestion that you close. You might got 2 and you want to get 6. Well, all you got to do is go to a video I got online. It's called The Best Plan to Lose Weight. And I talk about abs. I talk about everything in that plan. I talk about how abs are formed. They form by basically not having nothing in the way. I didn't know I had abs at this age of my life. I was 46 years old and I didn't have abs. I still had the formation, but they weren't there. They was hiding behind the pack. And then once I started losing weight and training hard and a lot of cardio stuff, I woke up one day and boom, there it was. Somebody asked me, do I eat bread? No, I do not. No, bread is in the way. Bread will turn you inside out. Bread is made out of some crazy stuff. and it will add to your system that you do not want. But look, 57-year older, Wanda, hey look, just stay on the game. Stay in the game. Please, I got a lot of videos on this channel. Go back and watch any of them. They're going to help you out. And if you got any more questions, please leave a question or a comment under any video, and it'll come right to me. And when I get it, I'm going to respond back. Sometimes it may be that you be asking me to show you something. I'm going to show it to you. If you ask me to tell you something, I'm going to tell it to you. If you ask me to work with you on something, I'm going to work with you on it. That's how we get down. All right? With that being the case, thank you for your comment, Wanda. I look forward to hearing from you. Because of the electronic, live through the phone and don't go outside and no more overstimulating their brains. Hey, look, a lot of us in this new age we in right now, 2025, got parents that don't want to be bothered. A lot of times we got a lot of parents that don't want to be bothered. This ain't the back in the day parents. My parents wanted to be bothered. My mother was a nurse. My father was a pastor. They wanted to be bothered. They wanted me to tell them what I needed, so they would give me some answers. This day and time, you got a lot of kids out here fending for themselves. That's why we got a lot of people up here trolling. They 10 years old. Trust me, ain't nobody up here trolling over 18 years old. Everybody up here, anybody that can sit here and type stupid stuff all day long, don't have nothing better to do. They just young folks. They don't think about the repercussions of it. What if those same text messages, those same email messages were sent back to their mother and father? There's people up here that call me old and say I'm old and stupid because I got old. Look at you, look old, coach. You look, but they got a mother and father that's about the same age as me. That just goes to show they haven't been taught respect. But that's cool because everybody ain't like everybody. And I don't expect everybody up here to know everything that everybody else know. So with that being the case, you got to excuse them. You lose them or excuse them. I'm 62 and a half years young. I am riding 15 miles a night. Well, that's what I'm talking about. You are putting in work, homie. When I ride my bike, the lowest I ride is 10 miles. The most I've ridden is 50. I got a racing bike, so I like to hit the block too. I just don't like riding in the wind. I mean, if I'm training for something, yeah. But if I'm just out there for fun, no. I don't like riding in the wind. Every man, especially this generation, should train martial arts does good mentally, physically, and spiritually. You are correct. Martial arts will give us a different level of discipline that we don't have from sitting down and playing. It's guys I know 50 years old playing video games. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with playing video games if you do that after you do the rest of the stuff. You got to do what you have to do so that you can do what you want to do. Some people don't do what they have to do first. They do what they want to do. They come home from work, they're at work playing with the video game. They come home from work and they play the video game. And then they wonder why nothing's getting done. Thank you, Wanda. Hey, look, Wanda, put a picture up there so we can stop seeing that W. Put a picture up there so we can stop seeing that W. That's all good, though. I appreciate it. Hey, look, we're going to keep pushing at it. Hey, look, Wanda, if you don't get a chance to figure it out on YouTube, I got an Instagram page. You can talk to me personally on there, and we can help you out. I can send you anything you need because I can send out videos that be specifically for you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Give you more information that you might can't get up here. If you got a question you want to ask me that's not personal, then ask it up here. But if it's personal, then we talking about a whole nother ball game. So go to Instagram, Coach Carl 757. And thank you, Ann Wallace 4695 for the super. I started studying the Taekwondo in 1983. It has allowed me to stay focused, fit, and focused. So you staying focused, fit, and focused. So you focus twice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Taekwondo is beautiful, man. Only thing I ain't like about Taekwondo, the reason why I didn't study it formally, I studied it from a friend of mine, but it was a lot of kicks and not a lot of other stuff. So I don't mind the kicks, but I want the other stuff too. I want the flips, I want the grabs, I want the grapples, I want everything. So I studied Okinawa Shorin-ryu. I studied a little bit of judo. I studied 52 blocks, if you know what that is. And I, of course, boxing, and then a little bit of Taekwondo. Justin 7T Fly. What's up, man? What's good with you, Just? Glad you up here, man. Glad you up here. I appreciate everybody being up here. Everybody matters. Look, please hit that subscribe button. If this is y'all first time up here, my name is Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. I am a boxing coach and a martial art instructor that has been in the game for over 40 years. So please ask me any questions that you might need to know. And if you can't think of one right now, leave a question under any video that you see on my channel. I have over 1,400 videos on this channel telling you different things about boxing, about karate, about kicking, about stretching, the whole 9 yards. And everything I tell you, I do it myself. And has been proven. I've done it myself. So, look, if I tell you how to stretch, trust me, I'm already flexible. If I tell you how to do push-ups, I can already do them. If I tell you weightlifting, it's because I lift weights. God bless you, Coach. I just subbed. This week, Inhuman. Appreciate it. Any tips for curbing erectile dysfunction naturally? Hey, look, you always got one, right? Hey, look, the bottom line is, yeah. Learn what to eat, because it might be mental. Learn what you're not eating. But the best thing I tell you to do is go to the doctor, because the doctor's going to tell you that it could be something simple, blocking your passageway. And you don't want that to be the case if you want to have a productive life. So go to the doctor and let him tell you what he think caused it, because how to fix it is not the problem. What caused it is the problem. So you don't have to have it cause it again. So with that being said, hey, look, read up on it. I hope today finds you well, brother. God bless you. Jesus Christ is King. Hey, look, thank you. David and Stacy Lewis, thank you. Who's the guy on the picture behind me? You see with boxing trunks on? That's Muhammad Ali. 51 year. Been training boxing and sparring for the last 3. Would you recommend trying jiu-jitsu, and why? I like jiu-jitsu because it's grappling. It do different things with takedowns and whatnot. So yeah, and you don't have to be like super duper flexible. You ain't got to throw kicks over people's head. And I tell people all the time, I say, man, when I was a young buck, I used to throw kicks at the head, and my martial arts instructor told me when I get older, I ain't gonna want to kick that high. I'm gonna want to kick people in the stomach. But no, I still want to kick people in the head. More advanced mentally. You realize some 15-year-olds at my gym are more advanced mentally than people even at my age. That's why I would have my kids, the most important thing I could do for them is instill that discipline. Exactly. Because if you don't, then your kids are going to fall behind. It's guys out here that's, excuse me, 15, 16 years old, is black belts. And your kid going to run into one of them at some point. You know what I'm saying? So it's about learning. I tell people, give your child the advantage to being able to do things. I could care less whether he box, karate, wrestle, anything. Just give him the opportunity to pick one. In other words, don't let him sit around and get heavy, eating bonbons and donuts. Don't let him do that. He only gonna eat what you buy. So if you don't buy it, he can't eat it. So do the right thing with your child so that your child have a chance to grow up and be successful at anything he wants without being stigmatized, without being held back, without being categorized in a different situation. So fix that. Fix that now. How old am I? 58 years old. So many parents I see used to come in my gym. So many parents are heavier, right? And I don't care about your size. I care how your heart beat. But hearts weren't beating right. So let's say so many parents were heavy and they had kids that were 8, 9, 10 years old that was heavy. And then they come in the gym and they got to finish the Twix bar before they go to class. I told the parents, don't bring him in here no more with no food in his hand. Unless it's a chicken sandwich. And I don't even eat chicken, but I know what chicken can do for you. Man, my shoulders are mad sore. Everything I did earlier today, woo, I did a lot of work. Who the King? 26. Salute, homie. Yo, I'm seeing. Master Payne 9161. Appreciate your comment, dog. Dylan 24. What workout tips do you have? Just a stained solid shape. I don't know what that means. What workout tips would I have for just to stay in shape? All right. I tell people, it's simple. You don't have to outlift the gym. You don't have to be the strongest guy in the neighborhood. All you got to do is something simple to get yourself in shape and keep yourself there. That's why I always recommend a 50 package. A 50 package is 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 jumping jacks, 50 squats, 50 forward and backwards arm rotations, and then walk or run for 30 minutes a day. That's 15 minutes away from the house and 15 minutes back. That is a basic workout that could get you in any kind of shape that you want to be in, and it'll allow you to build yourself up to be in shape for something else. Whether you play football, basketball, baseball, run track, do soccer, or do a combination of combat sports, it don't matter. You'll be in shape. If you don't do no sports and you just want to sit around the house, that is an exercise routine that will get you in some kind of shape and keep you there. And allow you to be able to pick and choose what you want to do with your life later. So do a 50 package. 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, 50 jumping jacks, 50 forward and backwards arm rotations, and run or walk 15 minutes away from the house and 15 minutes back. Mickey Lloyd, what's good with your homeboy? Man, this morning there in Australia. I know y'all 15 hours different than us. That's like 8 o'clock in the morning there, right? That's what I'm talking about. You said it takes too much time to do a 50 package? Well, let's say this. Either you take time to do the 50 package now or take time to talk to the doctor later. You got a choice. Everybody got a choice. A lot of people don't want to work out, but a lot of people want to get rich but don't want to work out. So they want to go to work and they want to do all this other stuff but not work out. But the reality is, you know what you're going to spend your money on? Your health. So the kids subconsciously replicate their parents. You are correct. That's why most of the time when you see, unfortunately, when you see heavier parents, you see heavier kids. But I'm not saying that everybody should be the same size. I'm just saying give your child a chance. Most of y'all weren't heavy when y'all was 8 years old. Give your child a chance. It's 8 a.m. and you working. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody said choose MAGA. Crave MAGA. Hey, look. MAGA is a good art. It's common sense. A lot of common sense moves. But look, I got to get offline right now because my phone is beeping. It's like 3% left. So with that being said, thank y'all for logging in. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for the donations. Thank y'all for hitting the notification icon so y'all can be notified every time I drop a new video. Once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. And remember, I'm here for y'all. So when y'all see me online, log in and let's continue this conversation. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.